Hello, my name is Scott for SB Gaming, and yes, we are back into City Skylines, and you're seeing the Boomtown screen on the screen, but no, we are not there yet. We are only halfway there, roughly. We have a population of 1,237. We need to get to a population of 2,200 before we get there. But yes, once we do get there, all this stuff comes available to us. That will be sweet. A lot of stuff I downloaded off the... Actually, no. This I downloaded. This one... Yep, these two I downloaded off the workshop. But, these, the Divided Overpass, Highway, yep, these were all stuff I built as well myself. Anyway... And yeah, once we got Boomtown, Cemetery, Advanced Wind Turbine, and Bus Depot. Unfortunately, yes, people will start dying once we hit the cemetery, the Boomtown. I don't think that the cemetery is necessarily something that should be a public service matter, but apparently they think in this game it does. And look, we got some crime. Well, that kind of sucks. Because, well... Oh, what is happening over there? Well, maybe we should have paid attention to our city. And yes, our sewage and water has gone beyond their capacity, but that's no problem because we had actually dropped the budget for sewage and water. So let's bring it up to 80%. What will that give us? What will that give us? Yes, we have now 76,800 cubic meters of water pumping and sewage draining capacity. And we only have a 37,728 cubic meter demand, which is about half of. So that's good. But we do also have a electricity issue. And mainly because the firehouse is just too far away from residential. So what we are going to do to take care of that, not that it'll necessarily take care of the issue, is we will just zone in some residential here and here. And yeah, we might as well do this. And that'll, once they build, because we do have sky high demand, once they build, we'll be able to take care of that. Anyway, let's just zone in that as well. And we are going to want to have a police station because, yeah, we got no police. No police at all. And it's going to cost us $12,000. So this is going to be fun. We have a population of 1,200 people. Nothing really as much has changed. But we have a population influx of 29. We have 5,934 in the bank with 1,192 coming our way every week. How is that for taxes? We're making 1,800 from residential, 2,000 from commercial, and 1,000 from our industry. And yeah, so yeah. $5,000 is our income, $3,700 is our expenses, and what we may want to do is just drop down some of these budgets, say 50%, garbage, let's go to 75%, fire, I think we have 2 fire departments, let's bring them down to 50% just because. Decorations, yeah, we did put those parks in. That's going to cost us a little bit, but that's no problem. It makes the city a little bit more beautiful. But do we have a power demand? Well, no, we are close, but we are still a few megawatts short. How's things doing? We are up to 1268 population. Those houses, yep, okay. So the firehouse is operating normally now. Fire engines in use too. That's mainly because we dropped down the the budget for the fire department, and there is our ugly sewage. All that wonderful sewage flowing into the Charleston River, or I think it's the Cooper River. How's the people doing? Is there anyone at the park? Oh, there's some guy walking through the park. But, yeah, commercials getting hit by crime. How's our industrial doing? They're not too bad. We are at $10,000, so yes, we can very shortly build a police department. And where are we going to want to put it? We are probably going to want to put it along this main route. Although I am curious if the divided nature of this road... Oh, there we go. We got the money. So we are going to... Let's put it right here. And there we go. We got some crime fighting on our streets. Oh, there we go. It's been taken care of. Watching the cops do their job. Alright, so what we are going to want to do is have a pedestrian path. Just come through here. Let's put one right here. Yeah, we can put another one right here. And we'll put one right there. Let's look at leisure. So we have the couple parks here. And I don't believe they necessarily provide a whole lot of leisure. I know I didn't bump up the stats much, just because that wasn't really their purpose. They're just there to look pretty. But we are going to want to think about putting down some more parks. We have an income of $1,500, so we will want to pay attention to what we actually put down. But let's just take a look anyway. And park with trees. That's, whoa. Ouch, $5,000. Smile Park. Let's put that in at the end of the block here. It'll cover most of the houses in this area. And that's going to cost $1,000. And so what we can do is, can we zone out anything else? I'm just going to take a look at leisure again. Yeah, they are good. I'm probably going to want to have a few more parks around here. Just give them something to have fun with. And what I can do also is I can put like a plaza down here. That'll boost this up. So one there, one there. And one thing with industrial is that they do also like the plazas. If I can find it, yeah, the plaza with trees. They actually work well for industrial. Apparently these regular parks don't. So just something to pay attention to. And I'm going to, well, might as well put it here. And then just as example. Yep. See how they start changing color? So you can actually improve them quite decently with a few plazas in strategic locations. But you will see that regular parks, they just don't really have that much effect. But that is good for now. Yeah, they're low. Their land value is low. About 11, $12 per meter square, and it's kind of fluctuating back and forth. Kind of real-time update. How are we doing otherwise? So we are currently hitting 1,500 population, 10,000 in the bank. Let's just take a look at our various screens here. And I'll put it at a nice angle so that we can just take an overview of the city. Our electrical consumption is meeting our production, so we are going to want to crank up another windmill or wind turbine. Our water availability in sewage treatment is good, although can't really be saying we're treating sewage when we're just dumping it. Garbage landfill usage is 11%. It's right here. Yeah, they're kind of out of the, well, it's not that they're out of range. The garbage trucks will get there, but their efficiency, it's rather low, so garbage will eventually back up. Not that they are out of range of it, but our garbage production is 43,000 units per week. Landfill storage has 8 million capacity. We're just under a million. So we will want to pay attention to this. It'll be a while before we get incinerators. Next up is education. Obviously, we don't have any schooling. That's all right. Citizen happiness. Residential happiness and commercial is up to 75 and 76%. Industrial happiness is at 88%. And that's pretty good. Health. We have 100 healthcare capacity. And we have 4 sick citizens, so that's not too bad. And yeah, they are rather... Is that because I dropped the budget? That they don't extend out all that far? How's the levels doing? Everything's pretty much level 1. Can't really, we're still fairly new. Traffic, how is it doing? Given that this is the only way in or out of the industrial area, it's to be expected that that is what is happening for our traffic there. Otherwise, everything is fairly low. But as you can see, it's not like we have a long backed up traffic jam here, so traffic is good. As I'd mentioned in the previous episode or an episode, or at the beginning of this episode, I can't remember, these kind of blend in. I was planning to have ramps here so we can completely ignore this, as that's not going to be an issue in the future, possibly, although we are going to have ore coming in to being produced and consumed. Anyway, pollution. Yeah, we got a lot of pollution there. And yes, this naturally generates a lot of pollution. As long as it stays away from the residential, it's not too bad. I tend to avoid putting... Oh, we got a industrial building on fire. Anyway, we'll just leave that for now. And looks like the fire department is out of power. That's not good. It's not good at all. Anyway, we're not there yet. But average ground pollution, 24%. Average drinking water, 0. Noise pollution, yeah, that's to be expected. Apparently there is 0 noise pollution in the landfill. Commercial, yeah, that's to be expected. And this kind of level of pollution or noise pollution, it's not really anything to be concerned about. And you think anyone who lives in this city expects to have some amount of noise pollution, so I'm not sure if the noise pollution as designed in the game is necessarily relevant. Yes, after a while, people in a high noise environment, which if they lived in here, yes, it makes a lot of sense. You wouldn't want to live in there, but for here, I don't think the noise pollution here should really matter. And yes, that is rather loud over there, but that's to be expected. That's the the trade-off with having a big, massive turbine spinning. We got fire safety. Well, we got decent coverage here. Of course, we got crap coverage here just because, well, it has no electricity. Hazard is 69%. That is high, unfortunately. Fireman efficiency, yeah, it's really only covering here. We need to take care of that, get the power going. So let's just do that right now. So, yet another wind turbine. Let's find an 8 megawatt spot and let that run a bit. We're now at 40 megawatts, and that's all good. So let's go back to fire coverage. So yeah, fire coverage is rather disappointing, and it could just be because in our budget, I turned this right down. Let's go back up to 100%. It'll probably bring our average income down a bit. And yeah, we might as well bring this up. Manipulating these values don't really, you can save a little bit of money, but in the end, you're not gaining much by manipulating the numbers. And you do lose a lot of efficiency. Let's look at our fire now. As you can see, bumping the budget back up. It's pretty good. And let's jump out of this. And yes, indeed, even though the area isn't covered by fire, fire trucks will still go there. Unfortunately, they ended up being too late to it, so it burned down. Them's the breaks. You'll rebuild. It's not the end of the world. It's unfortunate that you burnt down, but yes, I am going to need to get you a fire department, which is, I guess, what I will do. And of course, a fire department will make them happy, so it's naturally something that just makes sense to throw down. And let's throw it in right there. And yes, that makes them happy. Happy, happy, happy. And how does that reduce the fire hazard? Oh, it's down to 24%. Of course, that was also as a result of us bumping the budget back up. Fireman efficiency will be improved in this area, so hopefully we won't have any more bulldozed or burned down buildings, whatever it is. How are we doing for crime? Well, we're good for crime. 4% is a pretty low. For the most part, I have not seen high crime rate. And there is a monument, or not a monument, it's a unique building, I believe, on there. I have not got it myself. Although, who knows? It is called the courthouse, and you have to actually have a crime rate of 50%. And yeah, that's not really something you want to have. Our budget, we have a $500 surplus. That's a whole lot lower than it was. Of course, now we have a budget of $1,680 because of the third fire department. Yes, indeed. This is one of the problems with spreading out. As you spread out, things are less efficient. So what we are going to do, since we are growing for this various demand, and we are paying for this road, let's connect this here, and then we are going to, how are we going to do this? We will keep, I could upgrade this partially, or let's drop it down. to about there. And then we will run a regular road. And we'll go like this. Or I will go to about here. We may change or improve that in the future. And for now, just to save some money, I'm just going to get rid of that. And now we are going to want to zone this. So how is the... Not all of this is good quality land for farming. So we are going to want to play around with it a bit. We are going to use the that. How are we doing? Right here. And I just want to catch the good farming land. How was that? That's all right. So this will be our first farming development. And we are going to... Oh, road down here. Do we want to put some industrial here for now? We are going to have to run power, that's right. We better plan ahead. How much is it going to cost us to run 700, 800? We can cover it. For now, what we are going to do is let's put residential here. And we're going to do more residential right here and here. Get some more people in. We are up to 1,600 people. And what? And it looked like people were complaining about water. So let's extend this a little bit more. Let's just connect it up like this. And of course we have no more money for running a power line. So we are going to connect that up like that. $240. Now we are going to zone some industrial. And now I do know that right now these industrial zones do not have any way onto the highway except through our residential neighborhood. So we are going to have to take care of that. But for now, we just want to get that set up. And yes, we are going to want to have water. So let's just connect as much water as we can. Just wait for the money to come in. And we're going to go to the 440. And that'll cover most of it. We are going to need power, or are we? Yes, we are. Consumption is overreaching our demand, which means our supply is not compensating. So let's bump up the budget to 125%. That puts out another 5 or 6 megawatts. So that'll be good for now until we get enough, what's it called? Enough money to put down a new plant. So what we are going to do is run this to here. Throw this here and here, of course. And so, I think I will leave it there for now. This episode, once again, ran a little bit longer. This is quite an involved game to get into. You load it up, say, I'm going to play for about 20 minutes or half an hour or whatever, and before you know it, 5 hours had gone by. When I first got into playing it, I decided, I was going to just spend some time getting familiar with the game, and then start a Let's Play. My first day was like 16 hours later. I had started playing when I woke up. I was like, I have to go to bed now. And then I went back and did it for another 12 hours, and my preview city was the result. Anyway, that'll be it for me today. But thank you for watching, and hope you enjoyed this. And my name is Scott for SB Gaming. Until next time, have a good day.